And there we are live.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that fun the way that just jumps up like that?
Scare the shiz out of me.
Here comes my energy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Live from My Mother's Basement. And obviously, this episode is not taking place in my mother's basement. No, we are in the studio in North Hollywood, California, because through the grace of God, the world has opened up and I'm on tour. And I'm going all around the world and I'm not stopping till I become president of the United States. And then I'll stop doing comedy. Every night of the week, I'll just do it once in a while. I'm so happy to have this fantastic guest on my show tonight. Not only is she Italian, not only is she from the East Coast, she's a producer, director, used to act, if we could say that. We'll talk about that as well. She is the producer and director and creator of the film that I just did, I guess, about a year ago.
Yeah, we shot it over a year ago. It's
over a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's called Four Cousins and a Christmas. This is Maria Capp.
Hi!
Say hello to everybody, Maria. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Let's start this interview by breaking down why Maria Capp's last name is Capp.
Okay.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
Yeah, I told you. I don't even know what road we're going down.
I know.
But I have to ask this question, and you have to tell everybody, because I know what your last name is.
So my husband looks either Jewish or Roman, and so the name Steve Allen Capp definitely has lent to people mistakenly thinking he's Jewish. But Jewish and Italian heritage is very closely related. Anyway, Capp, C-A-P-P, is short for Cappuccielli.
I didn't know it was Cappuccielli. I thought it was Capricelli.
Oh, it's I pronounce it Cappuccielli. Some people may say Cappuccielli, or how you ever say it.
How'd your family say it?
I say Cappuccielli, and that's
Cappuccielli.
Cappuccielli.
Oh, that makes it so much more romantic. It makes you hungry right away. What
like
are you doing?
cucina,
Let's get the Cappuccielli.
Exactly, like cucina, Cappuccielli cucina.
I'll be right back with a nice glass of Cappuccielli.
So the story is that my husband's his grandfather and brothers, when they came over on Ellis Island, they shortened it when they signed the ledger, and they shortened it to avoid, they were fearful of being discriminated against. So they had the opportunity to change their name from Cappuccielli to Capp. Kind of crazy.
You know what? It seems like so many people from my bloodline, from a lot of different families, from Italian families, had that happen to them. Because you know I do the character Uncle Tommy.
Yes.
Uncle Tommy's last name is Mastro, but his real last name is Mastro Giovanni. They clipped that sucker like you have no idea, because welcome to America, Italian.
I think it's very common. I mean, your character Uncle Tommy, which is hysterical, but I think that was common. That's what happened. You know.
We just let the cat out of the bag. Now everybody knows Uncle Tommy's real last name was Mastro Giovanni. I don't think I've ever even said that before. He married my mother's sister, Mary, and believe it or not, those two, Aunt Mary, Tia Maria, and Uncle Tommy, we never said Nona or Nona, did you?
No, we always said grandma. We always said grandma.
Isn't it weird how some of us, or some of the Italians, say Nona and Nonna? I never did.
My children, in honor of great-grandma, who is Carmela Casara, she's 100. The great-grandchildren call her Nona, but that's like the lower current people. And I'm named after my grandmother, Mary, and her maiden name was Bentavenia, and then she married a D'Agostino, which I'm a D'Agostino. That's my maiden name. Did you know?
The Agostinos of New York?
New Jersey. Move a little closer to me.
I thought that was New York City.
Well, it's in New York City, but it's
out of New Jersey?
Well, my family's from Bayonne, New Jersey, the D'Agostinos.
Oh, we need to start this all over again.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know you were a Jersey girl.
I guess.
No.
Yeah.
I thought this was Long Island.
No, I'm the Bronx, actually.
And we'll be right back after this commercial break. No shit.
Yes, I'm from...
D'Agostino, though?
No, so Casara Moscato is the Bronx. East Harlem, they migrated to the Bronx. And then, I have to stop, I talk with my hands and I saw that.
No, it's okay.
And then D'Agostino, though, that family, which is, my grandfather's the eldest of 10. They were all New Jersey, Jersey City, Bayonne,
I'm Jersey City.
And East Harlem, but East Harlem to the suburbs. That was Jersey City, I guess. I don't know.
Oh no, poor connection. What happened?
Oh no.
All right, well, there it is.
How dare
All right, wait a minute.
How dare the internet interrupt us?
They were confused because now you're a Jersey girl. All right, so we got to rewind and explain this to everybody now.
Yes. We're probably related.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. First of all, everybody needs to know that D'Agostino, and I don't even know if it's still there. Is it still there?
So my dad is connected professionally, personally, friends. They're like distant cousins, right? I'm not literally related to them. And as far as we know, there is 1 or 2 stores still in New York. D'Agostino's supermarket.
Look, everybody's writing in right now, D'Agostino cookies.
Yes.
Is it D'Agostino or D'Agostino?
Well, we always say D'Agostino.
D'Agostino.
As opposed to pronouncing the
correct way.
The correct way.
All right, so let's break it down for everybody.
Ricotta, what do you say? Mozzarella, provolone?
Mortadella.
Oh.
Which is in the refrigerator.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
All
I can't stand mortadella. But if you get it and it has, what's the green nuts that used to pull them apart? Pistachio nuts. It's got the pistachio nuts.
Oh, wow.
It's the best. It's in the refrigerator. It's going home with the producer, Tatiana. But anyhow, D'Agostino's is a famous supermarket for everybody who doesn't know. And I can sing the ending part of the jingle because it always made you sad.
What was it?
Hey, Mr. D'Agostino, move closer to me.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Move closer to me.
Move closer to me. And you used to go, oh, is he really that far away? I remember being a kid going, Mom, we need to go to D'Agostino's. And she's like, why? We got 2 guys. You remember 2 guys?
Yes.
2 Guys was the Walmart of the 70s. And it was owned by 2 guys. I used to think 2 Guys was like the name of an idea, like Walmart. We didn't really know it was just 2 guys who didn't know how to name a store.
Right. Where were they? Were they in the city? They were Queens, Brooklyn? Where were they?
Well, I know they were in New Jersey, and they were in Jersey City. There was one on 440. It was in the worst, baddest neighborhood. And I remember my mother used to go, get your father, get in the car, we're going to 2 Guys. And who's 2 Guys? Well, your father's friends. No, not those 2 guys. The 2 Guys, the store. And right next to 2 Guys was the shoe store that was famous at the time.
2 girls?
Somebody's actually saying Rickles, Channel Lumber. This became a history throwback show now. No, Tom McCann's. You remember Tom McCann's?
Yes. Main Street, Ronkonkoma, Hawkins Avenue, Tom McCann's. We had Main Street, Sayville, Main Street, Northport. Yeah, Tom McCann's was all over.
Well, there goes the Long Island portion of the show.
Yeah.
But if you remember, Tom McCann's was famous for having, what was the shoe? With the little boy, and the boy was in your shoe.
Buster Brown.
Buster Brown.
I owned a pair of Buster Browns.
And you stepped on him. Tom McCann's.
Those hurt my feet though. I remember
Do you remember Tom McCann's?
my pinky toe always was squished, and I would always get like a little thing.
Oh, now here's even another topic: the little pinky toe that all the old ladies had sticking out of their shoe.
Oh my goodness!
And then later on they got all this. What is that? That's my bunion.
Oh no, that's the. I had those feels. That's this big toe goes like that.
The hammer toe.
Or the hammer toe goes up like that.
The hammer toe. Oh, this is disgusting.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time invested in how to avoid grandma's hammer toe and mom's bunion, which is, the Tatiana, you know what I'm talking about. You go and you get a manicure and they separate your toes. Your feet with the separator.
Yeah, yes.
I owned those when I was 12, and I separated my toes because I was afraid and petrified to have the hammer toe or the bunion.
So hammer toe brings us back to Nona.
Okay, yes.
Isn't it funny how we tied that all together?
Yes.
And we'll be right back after this commercial break. That was just unbelievable writing. We couldn't have created a better show. That was hilarious.
Really?
In my family, we said Zia Catherine.
We have Zia.
We had such a slang verbiage that I thought my great aunt's name was Gadarin. I thought that was her name.
I had a
but
grandma
they were so slang. Marana.
Marana. We used to say Grandma Marana. And we just, Marana.
What does it mean?
It's really Marian. Grandma Marian, but because of her heavy accent and the accents of the people that told her name, it just carried and we just all called her Grandma Marana. But it was really Grandma Marian.
Unbelievable. It's great though. Especially all that fun history, the way things used to be. That's why I like doing comedy about the old days, like what Uncle Tommy used to say, because he used to make the kids laugh, because he was so brash, and we all have one in our family. I'm sure you have one.
I do. My brother is a Tommy. My daddy is a Tommy. I have a great cousin who's a Tommy. We got another cousin who's a Tommy. And remember, Four Cousins and a Christmas, the main character Jennifer's favorite uncle was Uncle Tommy.
Yes, I should have been the favorite uncle.
Oh, well. You were fun. You were favorite. You were your favorite in real life.
Tell us about you, showbiz beginnings as a little kid back in New York City.
Well, not actually. Well, let's see. No, not actually New York City. It would have to be Long Island.
So you pursued your career on Long Island?
I don't know that we pursued my career. It was basically a way of babysitting. My mother was an actress and she had 4 children, and the way she was able to perform is that she dragged her kids to the theater. And we were slave hands. I'm just kidding. But my first show was a snow child in Carousel. I was one of the snow children and one of the Carousel, the carnival kids in the beginning. I had my first crush and first kiss as well. I think I was 12.
In the play?
Greg Harmon was his name.
You remember this?
I do. He's so cute. Greg, if you're out there.
Greg, you're on Facebook?
I've never said that out loud.
Her real name is Capp.
D'Agostino, Maria.
Yeah, she's related to the...
Well, so his mom was a fantastic dance teacher on Long Island in Suffolk County, and my mom was friends with her, and she did the choreography for lots of shows. My mom did Camelot with Brian Dennehy.
Oh, wow.
The Dennehy family is a Long Island family, and Brian has siblings who are very entrenched in the Long Island community. My mom ran with that pack.
Tell everybody what Brian Dennehy would have been most famous for. Cocoon, right? He was in a lot of movies.
He was in a lot of movies. Great character actor. I would say...
He was in the Rambo movies.
Yes, he was in the Rambo movies. But for me, it's Death of a Salesman on Broadway.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Is he alive?
I believe he's passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Dennehy, one of the great actors.
Yeah.
Wow, so your mom was an actress. I didn't even know that.
Yes, Long Island actress. Millie D'Agostino. Carmela Millie D'Agostino. And Long Island actress. She was a musical theater actress who also did a lot of straight non-musicals, mostly Neil Simon plays. She was funny.
Right.
Hysterical. Anyway, that's how I got my start. And
Neil Simon, huh?
Neil Simon.
The best.
Yeah.
Talk about writing.
Yes. Yes.
I think The Odd Couple would probably be my favorite sitcom.
Yes. Yeah, it's a good play.
I never saw the play. I only saw the TV show and the movie.
No,
with Jack Lemmon.
The play is good. Smithtown Performing Arts Center has done it a couple of times on Long Island, and really great actors. I think these are all Long Island theaters. I think the Star Playhouse has done it. Airport Playhouse has definitely done it, but it doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, it's a good play to see. It's fun.
Well, when did you come out to California and start the producing thing?
Yeah, that was a progression that happened because of my eldest daughter, Raph.
Mm-hmm.
Rafaela wanted to move out here, and I also wanted to move out here, and so did my husband eventually. We used to live here in the 90s, and then we just got addicted to the weather. We went back east because I think parents were getting sick, cancer, this, that, and we had that Italian pull of, when are you coming home? You're over there by the earthquakes, the fire, and the flooding.
The earthquakes.
So anyway, we wanted to come back, and we came back about 10 years ago, and we've been doing bicoastal. And I have 3 professional children in this biz, and a mother who is instead of being a soccer mom, I was always a theater mom, so I naturally progressed to helping them create content so that they had content and experience, and that just kind of blossomed.
You're in show business your whole life.
Yeah.
Like I am.
Oh, yeah. I got my SAG card when I was 16 for a Martin home decorating paint. It ain't just paint. That's...
Wait a minute now. Here comes trivia.
That's another jingle.
What was the paint?
Martin's home decorating paint. It ain't just paint.
Who was the little boy that had blonde hair and he was a paint? Dutch boy.
Oh, yes.
Dutch boy. 2 boys. One boy was in a shoe and one boy was on a bridge.
They both look the same.
They did. They did. I wonder if that was called stealing back in the day. That's my idea. No, ours is a boy. Yours is a boy with a dog. Buster Brown. What was the dog's name?
He was a beetle, wasn't he a beetle? Or
Yeah,
no?
he definitely had a dog. They didn't talk much.
I don't know. Was the dog's name Buster? Or he was Buster?
Buster Brown shoes? Did
Buster-
they even make it? Hush Puppies. There was Hush Puppies,
Puppy.
Buster Brown.
Yeah.
Now I'm all confused. There was too many little dogs with boys. No, boys with dogs.
I
You
don't
probably
know.
can't even say that anymore.
I know. Right now I wear Skechers and Dr. Scholl's for obvious reasons. Oh, tying it back to the hammer toe. I don't want one. So, ba-dum-bum. Dr. Scholl's and Skechers.
We used to say grandma's feet reminded us of provolone cheese.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever gone to well, I know not recently, but have you been to the Walk of Fame with put your feet in the shoes and your hands in the hands?
No,
the
I
famous people?
haven't
Have you
done
ever
that
done
in
it?
30 years.
Okay, well, whenever family comes or I have a client or a student and I do the touristy thing, I take them up there. I am just blown away by the shoes, specifically women's shoes. Like the little point and then the height, how high it was, which makes the foot look real small. But then I remember my mom's shoe closet, which I used to invade and play dress up in, and she had shoes that were like that, which is why her toes look like that. That's the point. Like her feet were squished. Yeah.
It is amazing that the shoes they used to wear look like it tortured their feet. And that's why because I remember, and I kept a lot of mementos. You saw my house in New Jersey of my mom, and I kept 2 pairs of her shoes and sneakers because my mother had the hammer toe so badly that when she bought shoes, she cut a hole in the top so her knuckle would go through the top. Rather than go into a podiatrist and just having it fixed. Because you can have it fixed.
It's a
but
major
why
surgery.
wouldn't your mom do it?
Well, it's very painful. It's major surgery and fear. I don't know.
Yeah, but there was also a reason of my mother wouldn't do it because she'd rather spend the money on the kids.
Oh, gotcha.
And you really felt like saying, but Mom, you have insurance.
Get your feet
fixed.
Yeah.
So she cut the holes.
Ooh.
And I kept the sneakers and the shoes in the closet because for some reason or other, do you remember when they would come out and perform in the competitions for the Apollo Theater?
Yes.
They would rub their hands on the tree stump.
Okay.
So what I would do is I'd go in my mother's room before I go do a show, and I'd rub the shoes.
Aw,
Good luck.
Good luck. Aw, You're so sweet. I this guy with his mom and his house. Oh boy, your house is beautiful.
My mom's basement.
And even the basement is like a museum. It looks like art.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going to be shooting a lot of projects there because sometimes when you're filming a project, the scenic background is outstanding.
Yeah, your set design is
I'm
already done.
a set designer.
Yeah. You have a great.
But I never really did anything. It just happens to be there. And I don't get rid of it. Why don't that bring us to on the set with you
Yes.
in your latest project, 4 Cousins and a Funeral, but I have 4 Cousins and a Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
4 Cousins and a Funeral.
Yes.
What was the movie you did prior to that though?
So I helped out a little bit, but I'm really proud of it with a great collaborative team. A movie called Divos with an exclamation point. That's a comedy about a high school drama club gone awry. But before that was Reach.
Reach.
Yeah.
That's the project.
Reach. Yes.
So tell everybody about Reach because I was seeing this project and I guess I don't remember how you and I met. I think we met through people in the industry, but I
Yeah.
did watch Reach. And that's when you called me and said, I'm doing another project. And I'm like, yes, I'm in.
Yeah. Reach was also a collaboration. It was really the first project that I spearheaded. And I worked with a young man by the name of Johnny James Fiore. Hi, Johnny, if you watched this. Johnny James Fiore, another Italian, but a Florida Italian. A lot of similarities with the Floridian Italians.
Well, a lot of Italian people from the East Coast go to Florida to get out of the snow.
Yes. So Johnny was in a play that I had directed called Dog Sees God at the Santa Monica Playhouse at the end of 14. And he knew that I was capable of getting things done. I think at that point I had done a couple of music videos. Raphael had written and I had directed a short. So just talking, he told me about this idea. And the idea that he shared with me came because in character development, working with actors in a play, he was sharing his experiences. And a lot of the themes that we addressed in Dog Sees God were very important to me. One was mental health, the other was bullying, and the idea of how one, suicide prevention, especially among young people. So anyway, Johnny pitched an idea to me. He had a very rough draft of a script. He had a writing partner. And then I came on board and we just took the script and we workshopped it. You didn't come to that table read. You were something else we did at my house, table read. But anyway, long story short, fast forward, we shot it in, I guess it was 17, and then it released in 2018. And the film is near and dear to my heart because it is a project that has a life and it's meaningful. And I don't just say this because watch it, but it has an anti-bullying message. It has an anti-suicide message. It has a friend message, a kindness message. It has a message of exploration and how teens are so impulsive and teens are exploring and figuring out who are they and how they fit in. So it has all those things. Anyway, and it's cute, it's funny, it's endearing. We have a great cast, Garrett Clayton, who has been commended and awarded for his portrayal of the main character, Stephen Toronto, and it's about the power of kindness and how one small gesture can change a kid's life forever.
It's true.
Yes.
And not just in the movies, but in real life. We grew up at a different time. I remember when I got bullied in junior high, and I came home and I said to my father, I got bullied. My father said, then go bully the guy back.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah. So.
And then you end up becoming friends with the guy.
Oh, God.
I don't know how that happens, but that's the way we did it.
Different for a girl.
Oh, well, I'm sure it is.
I was the eldest. I had 2 sisters and a brother. And neighborhood kids. Gosh, I want to say their names because they're all Italian, but I don't want to say their names because they'll come after me.
They're still around.
Yes, they are. So no, I'll just say this. I straddled a kid on the ground after I jumped a ramp, Evel Knievel style, and ended up needing to have stitches in my leg, but because they were just constantly picking on my brother. And my brother is the most handsome, beautiful, good-looking dude, and a great guy, father, wife, husband. Did I say wife by mistake? No, husband. Anyway, he was a nice kid then too, but for whatever reason, he just looked a little different. Very Sicilian looking. Skin was very dark.
Unibrow.
Yep. Very dark, very dark. Anyway, he was picked on, and I think it was because of that. They used to call him terrible names. I straddled one of the bullies and literally beat the shit out of him. Can I say shit on this?
Yes.
Oh, beat the shit out of him.
You could say fuck too.
So I did that, and what ended up happening?
Holy, as soon as I said fuck, got 3,000 stars over here. Did you see?
Did you really? Oh my gosh! Well,
it's still going.
It's still going. Oh my gosh! All right.
Maybe we should say fuck more often.
Should I say fuck?
Yeah,
what
go
happens?
ahead.
I beat the
Look
fuck
at
out of him.
Who the fuck is doing that? Put your name up there.
That's such a bad
Oh, it's
word.
Louis.
Oh, okay.
Go figure.
But anyway, just the difference about being a girl is what ended up happening is that one of the families, they went and the boys like later on that week, they slapped me in the face. They verbally attacked me as a girl because of my brother, and then they slapped me in the face. So I went home with a mark on my face, and my mother knew their mother down the road. Everybody knew each other. Called them up, and then that Italian lady came over. Your daughter is a troublemaker, whatever the accent is. She deserved to get slapped. She's a big mouth troublemaker. Girls need to know their place. I sound like Anita from West Side Story. I don't sound Italian.
Yeah, you did. That was more.
I like
Spanish.
to live in America.
Yeah.
A boy like that who kills your mother, your father.
I always wanted to do a parody on the Sharks and the Jets.
We should.
Wouldn't
I
it be
would do
fun?
that with you.
Like we come out and we dance, but we're not good at it. No, it's like, hey, the Jets are in gear. Oh shit, my shoulder.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Anyway, I'm just saying. So she
The
came,
cylinder. What's a cylinder?
I don't know. She put me in my place. That's my point. You got praise and became friends. I was told I need to shut my mouth and know my place.
Well, that's the times. And here you are making a film about it, and I'm sure it helped out a lot of people, and it's great. So let's go to Four Cousins and a Christmas.
Next, what's on the chick? No.
Because She has 2 daughters and a son, and they're really good looking. You were talking about your good looking family. The kids are really good looking.
Aw, thank you.
Everybody knows that I don't have any children, but if I did, these kids I would be protecting, like, don't talk to her. But she's 30. I don't give a shit. Go to your room.
You've offered.
But I'm 30. Go to your room.
You've been a great mentor and a friend of the family.
I hope so.
Yeah, no, you have.
All right. Well, we're going to open up a bottle of wine right
say,
now because
cheers.
eventually we're going to start bringing in some food from Foggia Italian Market in Delhi. But we want to get on the subject of this fantastic film that everybody can go watch now.
4 Cousins, yeah.
And tell us about how it started.
Well, it started.
Santa Cristina.
It started as Pizza and Wine.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, Pizza and Wine, a 1-act play that first premiered at the Hudson Theater in New York as part of the Winterfest Theater Festival, if I'm saying it right. And then it appeared, Pizza and Wine, in Los Angeles as part of the Hollywood Fringe Festival at the Hudson Theater.
Yeah, it's great.
Ooh,
I'm not really a big wine guy, but this one tastes really good.
Smells good.
Yeah. It's light.
I think it's a
I
little.
don't even know what we're drinking.
I think it's a
It's
little
a Chianti.
woody.
Yes, it's very woody. And if a man drinks too many glasses, it's unwoody. There's no woody from this wine. We'll be right back after this commercial break. So, who wrote 4 Cousins and a Christmas, or should we say Pizza and Wine?
Yeah, so Pizza and Wine, the 1-act, was originated by Raffaella, my daughter. It was her idea, her conception, the lives of 4 cousins and millennials. And then my mom had died when Raffaella was creating this idea, and my mom had passed away, and it was the summer of 2017. And we were all hanging out in the backyard. My dad was there, my sisters were there, my niece was there, Raph was there, I think Natasha as well. And we were brainstorming about, I don't know, but we brainstormed and Raffaella was like, aha, moment, light bulb, Pizza and Wine. And then it was Pizza and Wine with an H. And then it was write it, 1-act, put it up, produce it, direct it. And so what ended up happening was we did the 1-act play. Raffaella instrumental in the story based on me structurally writing it, putting in some plot lines and characters. It was a collaboration. And then my niece, Veronica Kelly, also collaborated in writing the 1-act. From there, it got pitched. I did a pitch fest, a film conference, and it received positive feedback, so we wanted to adapt it to the screen. And then I hired and gave my first assistant when I moved here. His name is Elliot Estrada. Elliot Enrique Estrada. I gave him his first screenwriting job. I paid him and hired him. And he helped Raffaella and I write the screenplay. And that's how the screenplay was written. So it's based on the story, the 1-act. Those were the writers, and then we wrote it. And it expanded into the movie where we changed up the characters, we changed up the plots, the things that were positive, and the feedback that we got where people really wanted to know more about it. And the things that remained constant was that on the night of the grandmother's funeral, 4 cousins come together at the request of the grandfather to sing at the grandmother's funeral.
Exactly.
Yes!
So then this project gets greenlit.
Am I talking too much about
No.
that? Oh, okay, good. Just tell me if I talk too much.
You're supposed to ask those questions during commercial break.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
not when we're live.
Sorry.
That's all right. So it goes into production.
Yeah.
How did that actually happen?
A lot of hours and days in my pajamas at my laptop. How did that happen? Getting money, investors, pitching it every stage of the game. People investing in me, people investing in the idea, people seeing it, people wanting to come on board. I don't know. Like anything, you have to have a plan and then you kind of work backwards. But I
say that because a lot of people don't realize you don't just come up with a script and you start shooting on Friday after you had a meeting on Monday.
No.
It could take years to find financing to put your project together. Then you find a certain amount of money, your project goes into production, and then you have to see what stars are going to work for a certain amount of money and what below the line people are going to work for a certain amount of money and what comedian's going to show up.
Yeah. Oh, you were a blessing. I think Natasha looped you in, but between Natasha and I, we looped you in, and then you expanded that. And Natasha, my other daughter's also a comedian, knows Mike. You roped in mutual acquaintances, but you helped with us getting Michael Lenoci. Natasha had worked with Jared Sandler, and so we had a nice little tight comedy group of gents. And Natasha on set, which really lightened it up. And then just natural comedians
Behind the scenes, there was a lot of funny people.
Oh, yeah.
We have Terry Polo's in this project,
She's
who's
brilliant.
been in a lot of movies. She's probably best known for the wife in Meet the Fockers.
Right, the franchise. Bob De Niro's daughter, right?
Right.
Ben Stiller's.
Yes, she plays Robert De Niro's daughter.
You know how I said that, Bobby? Bob.
Yeah, Bobby, like we know him. You know, Bob from back over when we were talking to him, he was there. It was funny when they were talking about how they all know Bob De Niro when Robert Davi was talking to Terry and, no, he wouldn't sound like that. He would sound like that. Yeah. I'm sitting there going, that's right, they know him.
And Terry worked with Robert Davi like really early on in her career.
Right.
Like, I don't remember the name of the movie, but it's on our Instagram, like a really fun trivia. But yeah, they all knew each other, know each other. And you knew them as well. You were like connected.
Well, I never knew Terry Polo, but Robert Davi also sings. And we had done a lot of shows together. And we're still pretty good friends. He didn't even know I was coming, and I play, I guess, his son-in-law. Yeah. Which was really, really cool, and it was nice to see him. Nick DeToro, I also know from the comedy world, and I was friends with him, and I didn't know he was actually going to be there, so it was nice to see Nick.
I didn't know that Nick did stand-up, or he was in that.
Well, he wanted to, because he has a lot of friends that are stand-up comedians, of course, and he's been in all their comedy movies. Like Adam Sandler, so I'm sure he was friends with Adam's nephew. Yeah, they knew each other. And then, of course, Mike Lenoci, who I know from stand-up, who I think is absolutely hilarious. So tell everybody where they could see this movie.
Well, it was released and it is still available to everybody that owns a Vizio TV or I believe has a Vizio app. Vizio released it as a holiday original, and then it also is available on DVD. And it is also available internationally. I think there's a couple of territories where it's sold, and it's available. It's streaming on most of the subscription, like SVOD, so that would be Amazon, Google Play, Vudu, Sling, like a lot of those subscription on demand.
It's funny how there's so many different places out there to watch a project, and I think you guys will have a lot of fun watching it. Yeah. Go rent it, buy it, enjoy it, and then send us some feedback.
Listen to it. This is the first project that I was successful in taking the music and creating a soundtrack, which Rafaela's voice is the soundtrack because during COVID, we were in post-production, everything shut down. I have to deliver a film, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to shoot it with musicians. So the composer, Julia, and Rafaela came up with the idea to use sounds and her voice, and they did this all remote. Anyway, the end result is really quite fun and enjoyable. So if you...
And you get to see me too.
Oh my goodness.
It's on Amazon Prime, link in Mike's bio. It's in my bio.
You've shared a couple of clips too that are funny.
I'm saying that because our producer Tatiana's telling us.
Oh, Mike, yes. Mike Marino plays Uncle Ann.
Somebody wrote, I saw it on Vizio over Christmas. Well, good for you. Yeah. All right. It's a great Christmas, feel-good movie. You laugh a little bit, you cry a little bit, you enjoy, and then you say to yourself, I would sit and watch part 2. When is part 2? Why is that funny?
I'm still trying to get over part 1, and right now I've jumped out of the airplane for The Legend of Lake Ronkonkoma, The Lady of the Lake, which we're going into production in June. You know what I mean by jump out of the airplane?
We're going to definitely talk about the project that's coming up. Right now, our little caterer who gave us all this wonderful food that's on this table is writing into the show, and he's saying the wine lightened up your program a little bit, which is hilarious. We only had a few sips.
I'm doing it again. It's really good. Thank you so much.
One of the greatest things about working with Italians is we always have to eat. Even if you're not having a great day, the day gets lightened by lunch, breakfast, and dinner. So since I came back into California on Monday, I went right down to a place called Foggia Italian Market in Delhi, which is in Lakewood, California. Lakewood, California is right by Long Beach.
Okay.
And I met these folks that own Foggia they were coming to my show at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach. And this guy Robert and his wife Linda, they showed up one day and
when can I have an olive?
We're gonna do
You're
this.
like teasing me here.
They handed me a sandwich prior to going on stage. And it was a chicken cutlet with arugula and
Oh my gosh.
it's not.
Did you have it hanging out?
Oh my! I was eating one. I took the sandwich, went on stage, and I started going like this with the sandwich. And I'm eating, and I'm going like, "Don't you fucking people something? Get your stupid asses out of Subway! Don't you ever go to Subway again? You need to go to Foggia Italian Market in Delhi in Lakewood."
How could you
And
even
I just-
compare it to
oh, it's the
Subway?
best.
I mean, yeah.
And arugula is like the best salad. It's very, very healthy. And I put, it's not oil and vinegar, but what's the other kind of?
Balsamic.
Balsamic vinegar was on it. It was dripping down my arm. And I'm on stage doing this. But, I guess that would be called I'm a gavon. So look at everybody saying, what to eat, eat.
Exactly.
We went down there yesterday, and Robert did us a favor, and he put together what they call a charcuterie board. Because, wow, look at that.
That is a beautiful
Hey,
antipasta.
you take this fork. That fork is yours.
That antipasta. Let's lift it up
Yeah.
so everybody can see how beautiful. Am I helping you, Mike?
Yes.
Is it good?
Tilt.
Tilt. Oh, I think it's good. Wait, let's look at the back. I can smell the cheese.
Oh, is it stinky?
Oh, it smells good.
Yes, it smells like busted feet.
It smells like grandma.
Look at that. Look at
We'll
that.
go this way. Gotta go this way. Up, up, up. There we go.
Look at this. 2 directors in the room.
Are we doing it right? We got it? We
It
got
looks great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
All right,
goodness,
so-
mushrooms and...
All right, you grab your fork.
Okay, this
Grab
one's
your
mine?
fork. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just going to hold it just like this. Now,
You want me to taste?
we're going to.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want, but right now I'm looking at pepperoni.
I'm going to taste the mushrooms. They look really good.
There is a marinated mushroom. And right now, Maria is going to smell like garlic. Next to
Absolutely.
that mushroom is marinated.
Stuffed tomato?
There's a stuffed tomato.
Okay.
Inside that little cherry tomato is, tell us. It's a cheese.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's great. No, it's cream cheese. It's cream cheese.
With, what is that? Well, the tomato has that spice that
It's the best. It kicks you right in the gut. It's delicious.
It's a little hot and spicy.
Pepperoni.
It's good.
I got crackers. These crackers are,
I want to do the artichoke. Is that okay?
there's artichokes here, cheese here. That is a
I'm the
soft
gavoon,
salami.
everybody.
Gavon.
Gavon.
You say gafoon?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. There is a salami that's soft. It's like a soft salami, very expensive. Everybody's saying charcuterie board. I can't believe
No,
that
antipas.
this is an
Antipasta board.
antipast
Antipas.
charcuterie board. I'd get cracked in the head if my mother was alive if I said charcuterie board.
Okay, and should I go for the cheese?
She's going for the cheese.
All right. All right.
Cream cheese with herbs.
I'm not lactose intolerant.
Foggia is writing to us right now. So it is a cream cheese with an herb inside that. But over here
What is that?
is a red pepper. And that's going to burst.
I don't know.
There's also another pepper over here. This is a green pepper. And that's stuffed with, why don't you go,
Ooh, that has prosciutto or something.
there's a prosciutto in there.
Oh, can you cut that?
Is that a vangul or what?
Well, wait, I don't know.
Well, there's 2 of them. So you
Okay.
take one, I'll take one.
All right.
And let's go.
Wait, I gotta.
No, don't cut it. Bite it.
All right, all right.
You're going to bust it. Ready?
What? What kind of cheese is that? Tell us.
Wait a minute. That's hot. I got to put this down.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
That's hot.
Is it? It's not feta, but it's
Wait
like
a minute. I'm on fire.
Do you need water? Oh, you're
What the
really.
fuck is in there?
I'm going for the wine. Oh, that was so good. Mine wasn't fire.
Fire!
Water.
I'm on fire. This has got to be one of the most delicious stuffed peppers I think I ever put in my mouth. Prosciutto and provolone. Yeah, it is.
Okay, the provolone is absolutely delicious. It tastes very fresh. Wait, do you?
Jalapeno. That's why I'm on fire. There's
Oh
a
my
jalapeno
goodness,
in
I
there.
cannot believe it. I ate a jalapeno pepper, or it's inside. Ooh! Do you have stuffed peppers? Like, do you know the stuffed peppers with the rice and the
Wait a
meat?
minute. I'm on fire.
I'm coming down if you do.
These people are all from Canada and they're laughing their asses off. Giuseppe the MC.
Okay. Why? Why are we funny? Or is it just funny that we're eating?
How are we funny?
How are we funny? What is that? This one here. That's another pepper.
That's a hot pepper.
Woo! I do want to try this olive.
Marinated olives. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. The Italians do food the right way.
Olives are so good for you.
A holiday just went by. Easter.
Easter. Mm.
What is the Easter pie that's so famous? What do you call it?
I don't know. It just has eggs in it, and I don't like it.
You don't like it?
The one with
pizza gaina.
I don't like that.
Really?
No. I like the cheesecake, the regatta cheesecake.
We used to say that the pizza gaina was my mother's feet.
Yeah, I
The
just,
hammered toast.
it actually, yeah, because the egg like rose above the dough.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But there was also pepperoni in it. There was
Mm.
ham in it. A lot of cream cheese in it. See, everybody's saying pizza rostica.
Okay.
We said pizza gaina. See, he's saying
It's
pizza gaina.
Hot cherry pepper. Okay.
It is more than a hot cherry pepper. I just burned my throat.
Oh, look at all this fun. These people.
If you're around California,
I
ladies
love
and gentlemen,
cheese.
you want to go. This isn't provolone. This is stinkier than any cheese I've ever put in my mouth.
But it's soft.
Pizza gaina, baby.
But
See,
it's
they're all
a-
saying it.
But it's a soft cheese.
This is a soft cheese.
What are the crackers? Do they make them homemade, you think? Or
No, they didn't make these
Are these
crackers.
from like Italy or something?
They were in a box. They give you crackers, but these are the crackers with tomato,
Mm.
dry roasted tomato. Is that badass or what?
Mm.
So here's a trivia. I'm going to put another food in the air,
Okay.
and we'll take at this time questions from Maria, and you tell me what you think this is. Can you see it?
Mike, you have to bring it up higher. Mm. Cheers! Do you want me to taste it?
You could taste it unless you know what it is.
Oh.
I mean, if you don't know what it is, you might not
Well,
want to taste it.
Well,
It's going to be a little harder to eat than you think.
Okay, wait. Is this candy is definitely it's a candy, and I
Wait a minute. So Foggia is telling us that this is a tomato basil cracker.
It's delicious.
Thank you very much.
It
And
is-
someone just said almond candies. Come on, I'm
No,
looking for
it's
the
not
Italian
almond.
name.
It's
an Italian name. You find them at weddings and you get
Yes.
them on Easter.
That's right.
And at an Italian wedding, you get 3.
It has a licoricey smell to it.
Yes, it does,
I
because
don't-
that's the candy coating. But
Yeah.
inside is a
Anisette?
almond. Could be, no, I got Anisette cookies.
Hmm. Can I bite it?
Butter. No, don't bite. You're going to hurt your teeth.
Yeah. So it's almond, there's anisette, there's like a licorice liqueur to the candy.
But what do you call it?
I don't know, I just know you're right. It's associated with Easter and weddings.
Gumbiets.
Gumbiets, I never heard that. I'm Italian, I never heard gumbiets.
How many people out there know that this is a gumbiet? Almonds. He said almonds. That's Foggia.
Actually,
It's a gumbiet.
it's very
You
good.
get them at the weddings. You only get 3 for whatever reason. It made the kids cry. You only got 3.
They used to be like a little favor on the wedding table for the bride and groom in a white net with a little white ribbon, right?
Yes.
And the ribbon would have the name of
It
the
came
bride
in like
and
a
groom.
stocking.
Yes, that's my
A
memory.
white, because everybody was, no sex in those days.
I need a bottle of this to go home.
This is Stella d'Oro. And you can only get Stella d'Oro cookies at an Italian restaurant, Italian deli. I don't know why they don't sell these in supermarkets on the West Coast. They do on the East Coast.
Mhm.
In New Jersey, you can get these at a
Yeah, Stop and Shop.
food town, Stop and Shop. You can get them at
ShopRite.
Two Guys, the Agostinos, Move Closer to Me.
On Long Island, there's a really big, what are they called? Oh, darn it. Got it. Out of sight, out of mind. But there's a big Italian market on Long Island. They'll come back to me. They're located next to Maloney's Funeral Parlor.
How delicious is this? Marinated. I mean,
I'm brave. I'm going for the provolone and hot pepper again.
somebody knew that it was called an S cookie. That's slang. It's a breakfast treat.
Yes.
These are Stella d'Oro breakfast treats. And oddly enough, I went to high school with the daughter of the man who created the artwork. Italian guy from Scotch Plains, New Jersey. I forgot their last name. I think we dated for a week.
We have a lot of famous people coming out of Scotch Plains.
Yes, they do. And we're going to be hanging out in Scotch Plains a lot. But you got to love the breakfast treat. Do you remember the jingle?
I don't.
When the old lady, when the mom and the dad were in the kitchen, it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and the dad was in his robe and the wife was in her robe, and he was dunking these in his coffee. And she says, Ralph, what are you doing up so late? And he said, I'm having a Stella D'Oro breakfast treat. She goes, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And he goes, so what's the problem? And she goes, why is it a breakfast treat if it's 3 o'clock in the morning? And he goes, just eat, Stella, just eat.
I don't
She
remember
was
that.
breaking his balls because he was eating a breakfast treat at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Is Ralph
That
an
is
Italian
hilarious.
name, by the way? Is Ralph an Italian
I don't
name?
think so. I think they were supposed to be on the Jewish side.
Okay, because I
Just
knew
eat,
I
just
knew
eat.
I knew a Ralph Saragusa, and Saragusa is certainly Italian, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Let's display one more food, and then we're going to move on to your next project, and then we're going to get out of here.
All right.
All right?
Yes.
I see that there's a lot of
Food.
questions here on Instagram, and there are some questions here for you on Facebook. So let's see.
Okay.
Pizzacina Napolitana with a variety of salamis.
Yummy.
Bomboneria, I don't know what that is.
I get it at ShopRite.
I get it at ShopRite, so you still can get it.
Mikey.
That's Jimmy Palumbo, who's a great actor. He's been in a lot of projects as well.
Sambuca. Who's Sambuca short for? I'm sorry, I'm reading your notes.
That's all right. Vincent Lasavio owns Park Avenue Deli, which is where we're going to hopefully stop by and say hello
Okay.
when we get ready to do a little secret project called Growing Up Grand.
Yes.
But isn't it wonderful, and what do you call it, being that you're from Long Island and I'm from New Jersey? I said what this is. I'll show everybody, and then you tell me what this is.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
Very nicely wrapped. Says submarine sandwich. Some people might call it a submarine sandwich.
Call it an Italian hero.
I was going to ask the question when I opened it.
Please.
She called it a hero. The bag says submarine. Watch this. This is a heart attack. I got to be honest with you.
I dated a guy who asked me if I wanted to go to the submarines. I didn't know the submarine races. That's what he called
I don't
it.
even know what the hell that is.
It's what place? It's Nick. Oh my gosh, loaded. Yeah, that's an Italian hero.
That's an Italian hero. She called it a hero.
Yes.
I would call it a sub.
Okay.
People on Long Island, they call it a hero. See? A hoagie.
A hoagie. That's very California.
No, hoagie is Pittsburgh.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Okay, is anybody from Boston? Look at a number 4. This is not the number 4.
That's
no,
true.
no, actually, this would be the number 4. If this was at,
yes, it's all the meats.
remember when we were at that guy's deli
Yeah,
in
yes,
Nutley?
yes.
What was it called?
That was
Shit.
a great deli.
Hero Kings. This is the number 4.
Yes, that was a good deli. Oh, their food was so fantastic.
Hero Kings of Nutley, New Jersey. But this one we got at Foggia's Italian Market and Deli, and Rob is writing into the show right now, and he's calling it a grinder.
Oh.
A grinder. I never called it a grinder in my life, but since he called it a grinder, this is now a grinder.
It smells delicious.
And for you people who know what I like to say, a fucking grinder. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all the meat in that sandwich.
There's like 4 different types of salamis and hams.
Oh, this is an Italian sandwich. You
Yes.
got salami, pressed ham, gabagool.
Yep.
What is the meat with the cheese in it? It's in the refrigerator.
It's like it has the white dots that almost
Yeah.
look like fat.
Anyway,
It's
and
good.
there's Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, arugula. I won't bite this now because if I did, I'll take a nap. All right, moving on. Thank you to our friend Foggia Italian Market and Deli
Foggia
down in Lakewood.
Absolutely delicious. Thank you
Foggia
so
is
much.
a town in Italy. Look them up on the internet, folks, if you're here in California. Even if you're not, when you eat it, you grind it in your mouth.
Ah, right. Lots of good meats.
Well, thanks for the grinder, and we're going to grind as soon as we say goodnight. So go to 5522 Del Amo Boulevard in Lakewood, California. Look them up on the internet at foggiadeli.com. These are my friends, Robert and Linda, and everybody who
Real
works
good.
there. This is the place to be.
It's good.
Not only is there a lot of great Italian food, but there's Italian drinks. There's a refrigerator with, root beer and birch beer and cream soda, all the authentic. There's liquor down there. That's where we got the wine.
Yummy.
It's a place to be. And you can find me down there from time to time, or give them a call at 562-627-0987. You can also get some shirts down there. They gave me this one, and I sleep in it.
Nice.
Yeah, because it got long sleeves.
Is it cottony? Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice
material. Very nice.
Anyway, back to the show.
Yes.
Tell us about the project that you're going to be making. Oh, yes, it's mortadella. There's mortadella in this sandwich.
Mortadella. Is that the meat with the cheese?
The pistachio nuts.
Oh.
And the cheese.
Okay.
And we're going to give it away. Okay. Your next project is starting to shoot.
You're invited to the table to the next project.
Well, yes, I'm hoping.
Oh, no,
So tell us all about the next project that is loosely based on or based on.
It's based on my growing up in Ronkonkoma, Long Island, the lake Ronkonkoma. And there's a couple of things in it, but it's a psychological thriller, and it's about the legend, the curse, the fable that surrounds the lake, which is a young Native American girl, because of a love gone wrong or forlorn. She takes the life of one male every year. And there's been a lot written about this, and the community, honors her. Todd Arnett is an amazing sculptor, artist with wood. There's a huge statue. There's artwork painted on all the cement walls around the lake with a beautiful Native American princess. So I wrote a psychological thriller. Are you okay?
No, I'm just going to say I love this type of a thing. So every year somebody dies because of this ghost.
Yes. Yeah, so we're using that element to create the psychological thrill. But what I really wanted to do was challenge myself and write horror. And I'm not really a horror writer. And horror genre is, like your gore. And Tatiana, the producer, is like, yes, do horror so I can do some really hard-ass makeup. But anyway, no. We're the horror for me was a truth. And the truth of horror is a parent losing a child. That's horrible. And that's horrific. So I tapped into that because I have a little bit of experience, not directly as a parent losing a child, but very close family members of mine have, and I've seen what that does to the nuclear family and how it changed people's lives forever. So I combined that with the psychological thriller, and of course I love telling stories of transition, coming of age. So I have a very contemporary story that's loosely based on what it was like for me as a teenager growing up and hanging out at the lake. And I combined those three elements, and I have the legend of Lake Ronkonkoma, the Lady of the Lake.
And it's going to be great. So you plan on filming soon, huh?
Yes, we're going to film the first few weeks in June of 2022 on location in Lake Ronkonkoma, which is Long Island in the middle of nowhere. Lots of concrete.
And I'm hoping that I'm going to play a nice role. Do I get killed?
I'm not going
to. You can't say?
I'm not going to say.
I wouldn't mind getting killed, but like at the end, not in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to have a nice long role and then get chopped up 10 seconds before it closes.
Yeah, well, this doesn't have chopping up.
Well, then I'll live so I can be in part 2.
We'll just pull you down and drown you. How about that? Would you like to die by
Who's going to be my stuntman? I heard Leonardo DiCaprio is looking for work.
I think Johnny Depp is the one you mean.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, wait, I saw that today, too.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, he's a strange bird.
I feel bad for the whole, just whatever. Yeah. God, we never got to complain or rant about things.
No, we're not complaining about anything.
Okay.
We're here to have fun.
All right.
But in this project that you got going on, in June, my character is a what?
Emergency medical technician. You're a paramedic.
I'm a paramedic.
Volunteer. You also own a deli where they make grinders. You're the deli owner.
Yes, and maybe there's a clip of me doing a TV commercial going, "Hey, D'Agostino, move closer to me." You know what? We could do behind the scenes footage, the making of the Lake Ronkonkoma, and I dress up like my character Michelle, and I come out of the water. I'm like, I'm on fire.
You want to?
You're like, Mike, it doesn't make any sense.
Can Can we hand you a hero?
A hero, a grinder,
a sub whatever we call it.
A grinder.
Yeah.
We got to get going, folks. We had so much fun in this one little hour.
He's like my brother from a different mother.
We're going to be making a lot of movies and TV projects. So I want you all to stay in touch and follow Maria Capp. So tell everybody where they can follow you.
Oh, it's easy. Just Google my name, Maria Capp, on Instagram, Maria Cappuccielli. I think it's at Maria Cappuccielli on Instagram. Facebook, Maria Capp, and also Cappuccielli. Yeah.
What's all this stuff about Mother's Day, honor the Honley film?
Oh,
Tell
gosh.
everybody more about where they can get Four Cousins and a Christmas, Sicilian, Italian, American set. Oh, we went over all of this stuff.
Yeah, we hit it all. Yeah.
Folks, we had a lot of fun here tonight. I hope you did. You can follow me on all social media. A nice big shout out to our producer, Tatiana Blueshell, for always making this show fantastic. And she makes everything look so fantastic that you guys can keep on watching all of these episodes on my YouTube channel and, of course, on iTunes, Google, Spotify, Anchor, Italian American Radio in New York City, my YouTube channel, my website, Twitter, LinkedIn, Patreon. You got questions for me? Just go, hey, Marino, I want to talk to you about something. And also, if you think you would make a great guest on this show, all you have to do is write to Tatiana and say, I think I'd make a great guest for the Mike Marino Live from My Mother's Basement show at MikeMarinoEntertainment@gmail.com. If you want to talk to us personally, just go to MikeMarinoLive@gmail.com. And if you got some fan mail and you want to tell us what you think about this show, even if you want to tell us to go screw, just go to MikeMarinoFans@gmail.com. We got to get going. We've had so much fun here on tonight's show, and we have a lot of food that we're going to eat, including a nice, big, juicy, fat grinder. Bye, everybody. Oh, hey, listen.
Yes.
I almost forgot.
Do I wave this way?
Oh, I forgot to show everybody this hat.
I thought it was such a nice hat.
This hat was given to me by Anna Dre. Isn't this badass? Anna Dre. So if you watch the
Show the
series
back.
that we're doing called The Adventures of G.I. Giovanni, you will see that Barbie doll has a great outfit. And the outfit was also created by Anna Dre of Upcycle Creations. You can follow her on Instagram. Let's make America Italian again, folks. Remember the motto. You don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, you don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts? By always saying the same thing. No, we're going to say it together.
Oh.
That was a cue.
Okay.
That was adorable. You ready? Don't take no shit from nobody. I really believe
Bada
it.
bing, you know what I mean?
Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.